One, until you have a huge following, don't worry about like making sure that one place is one content and one place is another content. Just put it all in one place and just sort of see what it amasses. You're going to get sort of people from different areas. Two, that content that you've got, I would say have some of it everywhere and have some continuity across like everything that you're doing. I'm realizing that I think one thing that helps is like when someone like takes it away, right? It's like, think about if we were to reverse engineer the deal, the opportunity you have right now with someone, he like one really likes you, really trusts you. But how did he get there? Well, it's because he had a lot of time working with you and just experiencing sort of you and how you think and really jives with you as a person. How can we recreate that? Well, the next best way is just your content. They spend a lot of time consuming and listening to your thoughts and ideas, and maybe not in person, but vicariously, they get that same bond. But also having that, like I talk about in week two, I talk about building a stats delta. Have a little of that everywhere. Have a little bit of a following everywhere, and you want to have just like enough where you're like a somebody to an extent. Where it's like I think about like my Instagram and my LinkedIn and my YouTube. It's like, are they the biggest in the world? No, but compared to like the guy just entering things, is it bigger? By like a margin. It's like almost 1,000 on YouTube, 5K on Instagram, and then like 3K on LinkedIn. Are they all the most engaged in audience in my market? Absolutely not. But the
Yeah.
point being is like someone who's considering and is looking at me is like, should I trust this person? They'll see that and be like, huh, okay, well, he's got something. But
Yeah.
also, I think that content too, if you're kind of on the Myron Golden like wavelength, it's like, even though that might not be directly relevant, it's like all humans consume all types of content. Maybe they have some they consume more than others, but it's like that business owner still has times where he probably consumes like some mindless stuff, or still has times where he watches motivational videos. And so
Mhm.
that's where it's like this kind of this idea when it comes to advertising, which is like your client is across all of these platforms, just their intent is so different that you have to speak to them differently.
Right.
But that I say all that to say that it's don't feel like you need to be really pointed with like the type of content you have where just have it all everywhere and just kind of amass some. And then that puts you still at like a leg up when someone's looking at you as like, huh, should I pay this guy 5K? And also that's something you can like kind of passively like market and flex, which is like if I'm talking to a client now, it's like, yeah, I've got over 800 sales reps that I've trained or have like worked with. I haven't trained all of them one-to-one, but it's like I got Persuasion Academy with 800 of them in there. Have they probably learned or consumed them from me? Yeah. So hell, market it. So it's like, even though that might not be like, okay, I've never run an agency, but I've got 800 people in different niches and different spaces, some of which are agency owners, and a client that I've got is that, or like direct mail. Do I have experience with direct mail? No, but I have experience with this model and getting reps good. And what you need beyond all else is your reps to be sharp. And I've got proof that I can do that one thing that we both agree is needed.